Well, hello, coconuts. How are you? How are you? This may very well be our last Monday together. Ain't that something? Ain't that something? I don't know. This may be our last Monday together. It's giving it will be our last. Well, on TikTok. You know, I stays around, okay? Y'all can't get rid of me that easy. Which I should have made my little thing follow me on those other apps. You know where to find me. You know where to find me. Everything you need to stay in touch is in my bio. So keep that in mind. So I'm trying to figure out what I want to color today. What's the vibe? I was thinking we could break out the Valentine's Day book. Are we there yet? Are we Valentine's Day ready? I'm thinking we do something in here. This is how the last patient I just posted this. So if you haven't watched that video, make sure you check it out. I have not been back in my office since I colored this, so things are a little bit out of order. So while people trickle in, I'll start to clean up, put some stuff back, so we can have a clean slate. How you guys doing? How you feeling? How's your Monday? Is everyone okay? Is everyone safe? Is everyone healthy? What's the vibe? I feel like a lot has happened since we last spoke. A lot. So I hope everyone's doing the best they can for themselves mentally, because this has been a heavy, heavy few days around the world. Hey. So what time is better than now to color? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? All right. Put these away. All right, that's the best I can do right now. I can't do it. All right, so I'm thinking we bring out my coloring with Coco Volume 6 and see what we have Valentine's Day wise for the vibes. We did like some good work in here already, I believe. Never finished this clearly. I remember that day actually. Love me enough for the both of us. Ooh, I could do the cover girl again, because I didn't do the cover girl in this book. I could also do... I didn't have the book. No, that's not the one I want. Or I could do... Thank you. Or I could do this page, since we're letting go of a lot right now. Hey. Should we do the dove as our farewell to TikTok, farewell to bodily autonomy? we have a lot of letting go that's gonna start. Let's dove it out. I am cold. All right. I didn't bring my iPad upstairs. How dare I? No reference. Love that sort of color. Thank you. And it's so cozy. I've been loving this color this season. It's very, I don't know. It's cozy. It's just, I have a, like a little satin skirt from Zara in the same color. And then I have like a knit long sleeve shirt with some gold buttons on the side that I really like in this color. I'm about to get some loafers in this color. My issue is I can't just like something. I gotta commit, you know. And it just looks so good. And I have on these earrings right now. Michael is so observant. He walks in the house, he's like, "Oh, new earrings, nice." I'm like, "Oh, thanks for noticing." But I have on these earrings. The color combo just goes crazy. It just looks so pretty. Very jewel toned. I'm gonna take those off so we can get into it. All right. I found these earrings at where was I? Mango. And I was like, I know exactly what I want to wear those with. I got them from Mango. All right. Since I don't have my iPad, I don't have the opportunity to pull up a reference. So let's see how much we've learned together in all of our TikTok adventures, because we're doing this straight off the dome, which is not that scary for me. I do that all the time. But lately I've been, you know, trying to make it look a little more realistic. Paper swatch. So on my page, Ashley, I have a whole video that I talk about how to stop streaking. I think it's under my tutorials playlist. So if you check that out, it gives you like a more in-depth response, but having a nice juicy marker, alcohol-based, brush tip preferably, move slow if it starts to run out, even pressure, and you can do circular motions. That will keep it the least amount of streaky. And you want to make sure that the ink does not dry before you touch it again. So you want to chase the ink while it's wet, because if it dries down, then you're going to get streaks. So I'm going to come in with light walnut. And I feel like I want to do a little bit of a different kind of strategy. I was looking at some of my older fashion illustrations, and I was just so free and expressive with how I was using the marker, and I feel like this is the time for that. So let's see. Let's hope we don't F this up. If we do, no problem. Hang up on you and we start a new page. We don't have time to mess around. The app is going away. They're taking away Dollar Tree. There is. We don't have time to play. Sure. Thank you for the gifts. I'm going to come in and I'm going to work darkest to lightest, and then come in with my good old color pencils. Because y'all can take TikTok, but you can't take my Karen Dash. You can't. I know, that's why we picked this. Are y'all getting on Red Note? I saw somewhere that Red Note is not in English. What they mean by that? Like the content is not in English, or what? I need more information. I'm coming in now with hazelnuts with an S. It's in Mandarin. Like the interface? Will I know how to navigate it? So serious. Going to another Chinese app. I mean, why would they just ban TikTok if it was about China? That's where I'm getting stuck. Because at that point, go ahead and take Temu, right? Go ahead and take Shein, right? I saw a whole post about that. I reposted it. And I was like, you know what? Lady on the internet, you about right. Because the way Temu follows me around when I search something on a completely different website, y'all all up in my damn information. Because let me tell you something. I don't shop on those sites. I don't. Y'all know I'm still pissed about Shein stealing my artwork in 2020, and I'll forever be pissed. And Temu, once she was like, oh, you could get these speakers for 14 cents. I said, get from out my way. Move. Right. It ain't never been about China. It ain't never been about China. We know it. They know it. There's no secret. Yeah, they don't like the sense of community that comes from TikTok. They don't like the organization, the access to information, the funds. TikTok made the people happy. That's our problem. They said, We don't appreciate that. You guys are starting to get a little too chipper. A little too chipper for our liking. They said, oh, y'all are making money on there too? Can't have that. Y'all got to get back to work. I'm like, okay. I'm glad there was a point in time where I really wanted to like only post on here because it just makes me a lot happier than the other places. And I said, you know what? No, let me stay posting on these other apps and stay active and engaged. And thank God, because I would have been on the corner. Like for $16.95, you can sponsor a Coco today. In the arms of an angel. It will have an impact on us financially, but nothing I can't overcome. Because y'all know I don't really make any money from my content because my videos are never long enough, and I don't like making them a minute long because I lose interest while editing. So how are y'all going to stay interested when I can't even stay interested? So I make my videos engaging, and I prioritize that over the creator fund. And then I was really just making income from the TikTok shop, which I just recently did anyway, so it's not like I'm all that deep in. So some people built it all on here and only on here, and that is got to be scary. Yeah, scary times ahead. But still, we rise every time without fail. We need not fear anything, especially not at the hands of these freakazoids who allow thousands of pew-pews at schools year after year, but came together on banning TikTok. Who would have thunk it? Of all the more humane things to bond over, that would require humanity, and a lot of them don't got it, so have to manage expectations. make sure you guys follow your favorite creators wherever else they show up. I have everything linked in my bio. I'm Coco Michelle everywhere. You can find me just by putting in Coco Michelle 1L or Coloring with Coco or any of those varieties, you know. We're search engine optimized. We'll pop up. And we'll continue doing what we do. I am like thinking about this sense of community because it just is different on here. And I wonder what that's gonna look like. Because the discovery on other apps is just not the same. Like I find new people, new things, new concepts every day on here. And I don't have that with other apps at all. So I'll be interested to see how the coloring community transfers. And I know there's a lot of people who are big on here that color who aren't really present on any other apps. And that makes it challenging for me as well, because the presence of the community helps me as an individual. So I need everyone to get their ish together and hurry up. Hurry up and pop up where we are. All right, I'm just picking out my Blendiana colors. Yeah, a lot of coloring creators are only on here. Or very limited presence elsewhere. And that must be corrected immediately. You're a new follower, yay, thank you. Make sure you follow me on other apps because they about to take this one away. Everything's linked in my bio. All right, so I'm gonna come in. This is Karen Dash in Burnt Ochre. Where's my color pencil sharpener? All right. Oops. I've been coloring for probably 2 years now. Mind you, I'm also an artist. I make the things that I color. These are all my illustrations, so I do have a home court advantage. You know what I mean? But I started coloring a couple of years ago now. So I'm coming in with the mid-tone, which is this burnt ochre, and just blending out. So you see this is a different technique than what I usually do, because typically I color all of it one base color. And I'm trying new techniques, because this is how I used to do my illustrations, not when I was coloring, but when I was just drawing and my fashion designs and stuff like that. But also, you use less ink like this, right? Because I'm only like putting down sporadically. And I'm using like multiple colors, so I'm not using like one marker for an extended period of time. So I want to see what the vibe is, because ultimately we're just laying it down to get a base to put colored pencil on top of. So it doesn't have to be so fussy the way that I do it. So let's see if this is faster. It feels faster. Yes, I did make this coloring book. And this is volume 7. I should probably pin it. Let me see. Do I have it in stock? A little bit of something. Okay. So I just pinned it there. See, I do need to see you color in real time in some way, shape, or form, because that's how I learn. Exactly. You gotta watch it come together. And honestly, I'm doing something new. I'm learning right now as I go what I like, because This is not typically my process, so we're learning together. Yeah. And because I want to do different kind of lighting and playing with color this year, I definitely want to have a few different techniques lined up, ready to go in my back pocket. Hey, is this the color I wanted? Yes. I plan to do Instagram Live. I think that's the best for an immediate solve. And then I'll see like what else emerges from the ashes. I don't like TikTok. I mean, I do like TikTok. Please, baby, don't leave. I meant to say I don't like YouTube Live because they play ads. I don't like that. And you can rewind and be in different parts. So the chat is impossible to navigate in real time because people are reacting to something that I said 8 minutes ago. And I'm like, baby, what is you talking about? We're on a different subject. And I was getting so confused. They were like, oh yeah, I hate when that happens. Meanwhile, I'm talking about something like really soft, fluffy, and sentimental. And I'm like, you hate when what happens? When I find joy? They're like, no, when you said you stubbed your toe this morning. I'm like, girl, I moved past that. So I think Instagram will be where it's at. It's just the vibe is so it's different. Look at the dimension we got. Look at the dimension we got. And relatively quickly. And I'm able to use the negative space on the page as the highlight. It just ain't the same. It ain't the same. And no one who's not on here gets it. Like, I see people reacting like, what is your problem? Like, bah, bah, bah. No, you don't get it. And I've already gone through this with the heartbreak of losing Vine. R.I.P. I can't believe I'm going through this again. And with Vine, I was just a consumer, okay? I didn't even post content on Vine. Which I should have, because I think I would have actually done really well on Vine. I feel like Vine is what made me pop up and have the confidence to be on TikTok, because I felt like I missed my chance with Vine. Hey, Casey. I know, I'm so over it. I'm so over it. I know. I've been saying somebody call Tom because my space was unmatched. Unmatched. I feel like, do we like stay on live until the midnight on the 19th and see, like, does it just go black like Y2K? Like, what happens? Like, hello? A farewell live? I think we should all do a countdown like the ball drop and see what happens at midnight on January 19th. If it literally just shut off, nah, I can't handle that. And like, what if it shuts off in New York, but everyone in California is still sitting there like, hello? It's only 9 p.m. I'm not ready for what everything, like, in all honesty, like, I'm not, like, in a place where it's going to cause harm to me that TikTok is going away. Like, some people, like, this is going to cause financial hardship. So I'm also, like, just being mindful of, like, how I react to this, because honestly, like, this app going away ain't gonna switch up nothing that I got going for me. I've built large platforms across the board. I'm cool, I'm chilling. But in terms of me and how I cope and how I get my dopamine, the way I just open this app and I'm already in tears every time. I hopped on here to go live tonight, and the first thing I see is her makeup was ugly both times, and it was just funny straight off the rip, but B, there's so much lore. Like, if she had posted that video on Instagram, no one would even know what she's talking about, bro. A part of TikTok is just knowing what people are talking about with no context. It's a part of, like, do you even go here, you know? And sometimes you don't know what they're talking about, so now you have to investigate. Now you have to get caught up and fall down a rabbit hole. You get what I'm saying? You gotta fall down the rabbit hole, and you gotta see, like, what's going on, what's tea. I don't be falling down no Instagram rabbit holes. I don't. They're closing down Dollar Tree, they is. And I think about some of this stuff, like, my stuff, I post the same on both apps, right? The two major apps. And YouTube. It's the same. The most you're gonna get is maybe a new voiceover, because I know the people on the other app don't know what the hell I'm talking about sometimes. So I have to switch it up. But people, like, there's so many genres. My favorite genres of TikTokers where it just doesn't make sense anywhere else. It doesn't. I can't take it. Boom, boom. Yep. Yeah, the messy story time. I have my markers linked in my bio. I get them from Amazon. You can check out my Amazon storefront where I link all of my favorite goodies. I spent 20 minutes looking for my ASMR candy lady on YouTube. I was about to give up. I would say to start off, you would try Cali art, or you can find, like, cheaper alcohol-based markers on, like, if you search alcohol-based markers, and get brush tip if you don't want to invest too much up front as you're just getting started. But the tried and true, like, lower cost ones would be Cali art, Cali, CALI art markers, and then Ohuhu is like a little half step above that. And then color pencils, you could start right off with Amazon basic color pencils. If you want to spend a little bit more to get a better blend and quality, I would say Prismacolor. This is from volume 7. She's the last page. She's our letting go page. You finished the girls in volume 1. Wow. Congrats. And I need to get back into my older volumes and get to work. Y'all, I met Coco Bro this weekend. Well, last weekend, I should say. We had a little breakfast and we were kikiing and talking and just having a good old time. And it was very normal. I love when I meet y'all and it's not weird as hell. It did not feel even a little bit weird. It felt like we've known each other forever, and it was so nice. It was so nice. We were in there with the hoity-toities, okay? With the hoits and toits. Enjoying our $50 yogurt. Say, Eric, you better eat all that damn yogurt and berries, okay? Eat all of it. Yum, yum, eat it up. Breakfast and chandeliers, hello? It's like, It was very nice. It was very nice. We just in there yapping. What makes you use pencils versus markers? Do they blend better? I use both. So this is marker, and then I'm blending on top with colored pencil. So I always prefer to just use mixed mediums because I get the results that I am looking for when I use different materials together. It was a huge bowl. He was so Cali, he got a green juice and he was tasting. He said, yep, that's a cucumber base. I said, that is so Cali. Eric, that is so Cali. I told him I could do the same thing with a chopped cheese. Like, Angus USDA Prime. Yeah. That's what we do. Okay. I don't know about no green juice cucumber base. But I could tell you, they source this beef from upstate. Yeah. And that cheese is from a cow that was well loved. Yep. But don't ask me nothing about no green juice base. I don't know nothing about that. It's funny because I feel like it's very Bay Area and LA specific to be into green juice. Where and a lot of people still aren't vegan. Yeah. All I know is if I was walking past, I'd be like, oh, he probably from California. You heard him? He said cucumber base. He know. He knows. I know this page is emotional. I'm already like trying to figure out what my voiceover is going to be about. I moved to New York and I said I was hungry and someone said get chopped cheese. I was like, sir, I need food. That is food. That's one of the major food groups. They say get you something good to eat. Go ahead and get you a chopped cheese. Yum yum, eat it up. Chicken over rice. You talking about like the halal chicken over rice with the white sauce? Because that's bussin'. That's bussin'. With the white sauce not and the hot sauce? Mm-hmm. Yeah. That is yum it up. Everybody's chopped cheese is not the same either, because I've been disappointed by many a chopped cheese. And Keith Lee really brought his behind all the way to New York to get a chopped salmon. Salmon chopped cheese. I don't even know what it's called. Salmon chopped cheese? Chopped salmon. Either way, don't ever do that again. Don't ever. The only chopped cheeses I trust are in Harlem or Brooklyn. Anywhere in Midtown talking about chopped cheese, that is a chopped hamburger helper. It is not the same. Don't. Do not. I feel like everywhere Keith went, he was led astray. I felt like he pissed off. I'll include the Bronx. I was in 139 to 145th. We were right over the bridge. Like, we were right by the Bronx terminal. I never had a chopped cheese up there, but I feel like it's the same vibe as Harlem. I'll allow it. Yeah, he needs to redo New York expeditiously. Did that sandwich just come out? I don't know what. Listen, I don't know what type of gimmick or whatever that was that had him eating all types of stuff no one told him to eat. It wasn't right. Get that ham and cheese on a roll, small bag of chips, and orange drink. Hello, because I was just 16. On dreams, no limits, and heat. They're not going to be able to make those parodies on Instagram. Anytime I think about something that brought me joy, like a funny clip that I saw on TikTok, I really get sad because I just know it doesn't hit the same on Reels. It just doesn't. It could be the same exact video. It's not the same. He's never mentioned the chopped cheese or the salmon chopped cheese. You thought I was from the South? I've been told that multiple times that people think I have a Southern accent. I was told in New York, in Harlem at a restaurant. They're like, "Oh, are you guys from here? Are you from out of town?" I was like, "Oh, half of us are from here, half of us are from Texas." She's like, "Oh, I could tell you were Southern." I said, "You could tell who was Southern?" Me? No. Oh, chopped cheese is very, very old, very much a staple. I don't think I have any regional accent at all. I feel like I have a neutral, I could be from anywhere. But the South confuses me. Because I grew up upstate and then moved to Portland, Maine, and then moved back upstate, and then went to school in Syracuse, even more upstate, and then moved to Harlem, and then moved to Jersey, and then moved back upstate. So I feel like I just sound like a northerner, I do play around a lot, so I think certain words come out with a little twang. But I'm just playing. Don't take me serious because you really gonna be confused. Because once I hit you with a British accent, then what? Because the people from overseas, when I do my British accent. I actually had someone from London who, once I did my British accent, she was like, I can't unsee it now. Now I think you're literally from London. Like, you're so good at it. And I was like, I've been practicing for quite some while. Back in my day, all of the YouTubers were British. Zoella and all of those. Alfie. I watched a lot of it. Got the accent pretty good. And then sometimes I gotta hit you with the southern drawl. It depends. And then sometimes I gotta hit you with the, hey, get out of there, And sometimes I'm just a sweet southern peach, little southern belle. So you never really know what you're gonna get with someone like me. And then I married a guy from Africa who grew up in Harlem, Central Park North. He got the little accent from time to time. He got the accent you're looking for. He from New York. Get you a glass of water, coffee, all of that. But then he got a little Africa on the back end, So, I'm from everywhere. I'm from everywhere. Sent you a message a while back about a custom coloring book. I don't do custom coloring books, unfortunately. And like for custom stuff like that, like here's my advice, because I get a lot of questions about stuff like with commissions and things like that. You want to go to a more independent artist who's mid-range, because the thing is, when you have more visibility as an artist, you're getting like these huge jobs, and the rates that I'm going to charge are going to be like corporation rates, right? Because my time that I would spend doing your commission, I'm losing out opportunities to work with big brands that are paying thousands of dollars. So you don't want to go to an artist who has 1 million followers across all platforms. You want to go to someone who's smaller, who's going to be able to take their time with you and charge you a rate that makes sense for your project. You know what I'm saying? It's just like it becomes unpractical to want to work with someone who has clients like that, because the rates are just going to be like, it's not going to make any sense, So at a certain point, I was like, this ain't going to make sense for anyone involved. So I tried at one point, but then it was just like, this is too many things to balance. I brought them back, and the floodgates opened so fast I closed it like an hour later. I said, wait, help. I didn't know. Last time when I used to open my commissions, it was crickets. I said, yeah, I think we're at a different place now. But even if you search like coloring books on here, there's a lot of indie artists that are entering that space right now. You'll be able to find some that will be in a great position to do independent projects. This color that I'm using is brown ochre. Not the hiccup mid-sentence. Disrespect. There will be sides. A custom coloring book of just Mal. Like, okay, volume 10 is just Mal. That's the name of the book. Coloring with Coco, just Mal. You're welcome. So I've been away from coloring, came back to PDF of Coco Wow and others. I'm confused. So I've been away from coloring and came back to PDF of Coco Wow and others. I'm confused. What does that mean? What's the, what PDF? So they're releasing their PDF pages to color on iPads. Oh. So what's the confusion? Like digital coloring? Or they're not selling books anymore, or what? You know, this is consumers are uploading. They, as in the consumers, not they as in Coco, are releasing them. Oh. Well, you know, I'm not a Coco Wyo fan. They're thieves and, you know, low-key trying to monopolize the industry. But who isn't? Who isn't in this day and age of America? But anyway, no one should be doing that. That's naughty. That's naughty. That's naughty. That's naughty. But they do steal from artists, so, you know, what goes around comes back around. I thought I told you. Hey, yeah. What goes around comes back around. And that's all I gotta say. They'll be alright, as my man would say. They'll be alright. Don't do it to an independent artist. Don't do it at all. But especially don't do it to an independent artist. I'm gonna tone down this highlight. The pages usually take a few hours. I would say at this point, a full page is pushing 5 hours for me, at least. I think you will be patient enough for it, Brie. I think you have it in you. Azu. It's just like a little more like sketchy. I don't know. Yeah, patience will get you. Luckily for me, my mental illness cancels out my lack of patience. So the fact that I want it to be a specific way and I am physically incapable of moving forward until I achieve that, it kind of cancels out the fact that I rather be doing something else at a certain point. So, yay, hyperfixation. With a sprinkle of perfectionism. My Blendiana ain't that great. The key is to keep going. And then when you think you're good, keep going. Don't stop. Okay? Because the thing is, it can always be more blended. And you build your way up. So you have room to keep going because you don't want it to be maxed out off the rip or you can't like blend anymore on top of that. over it immediately. Yeah, there's no, it's either you're in or you're out. It's not a scale. That's fair. I get that. My issue is starting. So that's why the lives are helpful, because if I'm like, okay, I have to go live, that means I have to start coloring. If I'm coloring by myself, I'm like, let me clean up my space. And then as I'm cleaning up my space, next thing you know, let me fold a load of laundry. Then I'm like, what, did I eat lunch today? I sure didn't. Let me give me a little lunch. I'm like, oh, let me check in on Raggedy, see how she's doing. Did I call my mama? Let me call her back too. I'm like, I'm feeling a little sleepy. Maybe I should take a little nap. Then I lay down and I scroll and I never end up taking a nap. You know, next thing you know, I ain't colored nothing. Not a single thing. And that's what gets me in trouble. Did I walk my fish? I sure didn't. Let me get Gary. Take him for a walk. Now it's time to go pick up Michael from school, and then soccer practice. I don't go to soccer practice, but you know, I like to track their location and make sure they got there safely. And then I'm like, well, I never started coloring. And that only happens with things that I don't feel like doing, right? If it's like, oh, let me go work on this project that I actually want to do. Oh, I'm in there like swimwear, okay? You don't got to tell me twice. I'm locked in. Headphones on. Laser focus. Don't talk to me. Don't ask me nothing. Phone on do not disturb. But then I'm like, oh, time to do that thing that's been on your to-do list for 6 months. And I'm like, ooh, actually, I do have to wash my hair. I do, and I keep postponing. I can't postpone that again. Speaking of, I'm starting to take my braids down this week. I'm going to try and take out like at least a couple braids before I get off. I mean, not before I get off live. That's crazy. Before I go to bed. Shoot, I should go live and take my braids down. And just key. Since we are all going to get off this app. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to hang up on y'all when we're done with whatever we're doing. And then I'm going to put my iPad on TikTok on auto scroll. Y'all know you could do that on auto scroll, and I'm gonna just have it play while I take my braids out. Yeah, I need all the time. You know I'm always sneak a Grinch quote in. I can't cancel that again. Jazzercise. Yeah, you can do auto scroll. I don't know if you can do it on your phone, but you can definitely do it on your iPad or TV. And your desktop, I think, too, actually. So you just put that bad boy on, and it gets to scrolling. Now, sometimes I do intervene, because don't have me watch this whole TikTok ad, okay? Have me in here with the headspace lady talking about, are you scrolling again? I'm like, no. Get away from me. Get away from me. Are you scrolling instead of sleeping? Ma'am, who the hell are you? I work here. Don't do that. She's not my mama. Hello? And I hate that she's a black girl, because it makes me like lock in for a second. I'm like, oh. And I'm like, wait, I know you. You're the enemy. An op. You know I'm scrolling. How the hell you think you got on my page right now? And what about it? I am scrolling. So what now? So what now? What do we want to do about it? Can we get a girl with a nice fade and waves in the next book? I've done finger waves, I've done fades. But if you want a fade, you're going to have to color the fade in. I can't color the fade for you. So I've done fades in books. But you're going to have to make those waves with your colored pencils. That's your job. So you're going to have to do that part. But I got you with the fade outline. But then you're going to have to fill it in. How can I play piano for you? I mean, I won't be able to hear it, but go ahead. Play away. I'll pretend that the piano playing right now is you. Which book? Volume 1 has a fade in it, right? Is this my volume 1? Where's my volume 1? Where's my volume 1? I'm just starting to get panicked. I see her. Is this my good volume 1? We got her. There's more. I just can't think of it right now, but she came straight to mind. We got her. Yep. I think we have locks in like every volume. We got braids in this one. Braid. Puffs. Bantus. Here's locks right here. Now I colored her with a little curly curl, but it was just like you do her hair however you how you see fit, because hers, it was like I drew these curls on there. This was nothing before. So if you want to do it a fade, you could do a fade. I just did it like that on this one. We got the afro. More afro. Another fade. We faded. We faded. Okay, I'll be fading. More. The little locks at the top with the scarf on. Another fro. Another fro. Another one. Some cornrows. Hey, don't be acting like you about to fall down now, Luke. Got some finger waves. We got all the way bald. We got Whitney. You know, I try to diversify. I try to diversify. Lots of locks, braids, braided baldies, you know? You can see yourself, girl. You can see yourself. You are welcome. Do I have a favorite page or book? Favorite page is really hard. I usually say my favorite books are my first book and my last book, whatever I came out with, because it's the most accurate representation. But I think my favorite books, number 1 will always, be my firstborn. So I love her. But I think volume 8 is still the reigning champ for me, which is my portrait book. I feel like I learned a lot in that book, and I have like a connection to that. Like, we were just all in, deep in the melanin, figuring stuff out in the trenches together. You and me going hard in the paint. No days off. Walking barefoot in the snow. Brother on my back. Walking 5 miles uphill. That's how it makes me feel. What do you use for in between the pages? You tried everything. Well, usually I just use the thank you card. So I just throw that back there. But it shouldn't be like, if you just use like a nice piece of paper cardstock back there, that should do it. Unless you're using like a whole bunch of ink. In the markers that I get are the Ohuhu books. And the Ohuhu markers. And they come with like a little sheet. I don't know where mine is right now. But they have like a little, yes, silicone. Thank you, Brie. Like a little silicone sheet that comes with it. I will forever be Team Summer Edition. I do love the Summer Edition. That's the only book I've ever finished. I do love that. I love all my babies. But book 8, I feel like changed my brain chemistry. For sure. Something changed in me. And I ain't been the same since. You know, I just saw Wicked, like, not this weekend, but the weekend before. When it came out on the TVs. Y'all know I don't like musicals. And I loved Wicked. Loved. I didn't even notice it was a musical. I didn't even notice. I was like, whoa. I love everything happening here. Ariana was like actually made for that role. I can't, like, I don't know. Like, it's great. Like, oh, is you Glenda? Are you, yes or no, are you Glenda? I don't get it. Literally her. And I loved it. But Cynthia. Wow. But Ariana and Cynthia both get on your nerves. Well, if it helps, they were literally their characters. Like, there was no Ariana or Cynthia inside. Like, they were Glenda and Alphaba. Like, they became those characters. It was spooky. Like, by the end of it, when I saw Cynthia, I'm like, I thought you were green. What are you doing here, black girl? Like, she literally transformed into a green person. Like, I only see her green in my head now. I can't get down with black Cynthia anymore. I thought you were green. And I want you to stay that way. I didn't know it was like a multi-part situation. And I need to know stuff like that in advance. Because when I'm expecting to get closure and then I see part 2 coming soon, like, whoa. Everything's a mess right now and you're going to say you'll talk to me in 8 months? Absolutely not. So that irked my soul. The same thing happened to me when I went to see Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. I was like, and now they're saying that's coming out in 2027 or 26. Yeah, 26. I thought Michael was gonna crash out. He was like, "Can you look up the new release date for part 2 of Spider-Man?" And I saw 2026, not even a date, 2026. I said, "Oh no." They already pushed it back from 2024 to 25. Now you talking about 2026? I was scared for my safety. You saw the voice of Miles Morales. What's that guy's name? The actor? He out here being weird. I'm like, even the voice actors don't know how to act. I don't understand. It's very strange. He like was trying to make fetch happen with the voice of Gwen in the movie. Haley, she's an actress. I can't think of what she's from. Not Pretty Little Liars. What is she from? Anyway, he's trying to make it happen with her. She's, engaged. So he finds out she's engaged and he acts like they were breaking up. What the? Y'all never went together. Posting all this weird stuff on the internet. Then he posts a video that made it seem like he was with the girl from the other Spider-Man movie. And she was like, why did you post this video from months ago that made it seem like we were like in some weird, mysterious interaction where we were literally just taking a picture, and you're making it seem like we have something going on between us and I'm literally engaged, and I texted you to take that video down and you ignored it and it's still up? I'm like, Miles, you can't be weird. You can't be weird in the movie not be coming out till 2026, because what they're going to do is they're going to recast you. Okay? So I need you to tighten up. Tighten up. Yeah, that's Miles Morales. That's doing all that. Tighten up before they take you away. Before they take you straight on out. They got the time and the budget. You will be handled. Hello? Definitely not hard to replace voice. You just heard the 17 voices. I just came off the rip, just straight from the dome. I could be Miles Morales. Can you imagine? Michael would lose his ever-loving mind if I got cast, especially as Miles. Like, I think he would not like that. I think he'd be like, you're not Miles, you're an imposter. You're a fraud. Like Elf with that fake Santa. I think that's what he would do. There's nothing Miles about you. They definitely could AI it. They definitely could. So hopefully he gets himself together. And how he looked in that video with that other actress, he looked really handsome there. And then when I saw him like in everyday normal context, I said, sir, jail. You catfished everybody with that little fur moment. And I don't know if he was standing on his tiptoes or what, but some wasn't added up. I don't understand. I was like, he looked like he still got his baby teeth. Respectfully. When he smiles, the teeth... Never mind. Anyway. It wasn't adding up. Okay? It was giving what you ordered versus what you got. And I wasn't happy. Oops. Right on the page. That's why I use this to avoid me making boo-boos like that. You sound like Thumbgate, right? I'm trying to catch myself. Anytime I get caught up in my threads, because Mr. Coco will be talking to me, he'll be like, yeah, and then all of a sudden he go real quiet. And then he just looking up at me. I'm like, oh, Lord. Which thread just popped up? I'm like, what is it? He's like, now, why would you post this? Now, mind you, I can't let on because I don't know what post he talking about, and I don't want to snitch on myself. So I'm like, post what? Post what? Because I'm not giving up any information first. It's like, you got to tighten up. You have to. You're a business owner. Okay, but I just be feeling so compelled. I just feel so compelled. I do every time. Each and every time. I just be needing to get stuff off my chest. And I'll say anything. There's things on there that I'm like, oh, this is a nice post. I hope people see this before people say it. Today I say, oh, when I say I'll be there in 15 minutes, I mean washing machine minutes. It goes viral. What? That is nonsense. That is nonsense. Y'all don't want to hear me talk about nothing serious. Ever. Okay? They want what they want, babe. They want me to tell the man he looks like a thumb. That's what the people are asking of me. They don't want to see my compassionate side, okay? We save that for the coloring club. The public wants messy Coco. The public wants messy Coco. And I stand by what I said because he does look like a thumb, and it's a fact. It's not an opinion. It was merely something I noticed. Something I noticed and I shared with the class. I don't see what's wrong with that. I raised my hand. You know, what do you want? What do you want? That's what I want. What does the man want from me? Hey, Ellen. So, I'll let you guys know as I continue to get in trouble. Stay tuned next time on Dragon Ball Z to see what thread gets me in trouble this time. I think I was pretty well behaved today. I think so. I never really know for sure, you know. I move quickly, so there's a lot happening. I did say, Beyonce, and I'm gonna hold your hand when I say this, tomorrow you better not drop no damn deep conditioner. And I mean it. I meant every word of that thread, and I'll say it to her face. No, I won't, because I won't be in her face between now and tomorrow, but I would have. Like, Beyonce, don't you come out with no more whiskey. Don't you drop no damn Adidas collab. Don't drop nothing that don't got a beat or nothing that don't require a ticket. Don't. And I'm not playing. We are too fragile as a society for her to play with our emotions. And whatever she was planning to drop, if it wasn't something of significance, she had ample time to figure it out between when she posted that on Instagram and now. Beyonce, come get us. We're sad. Come get us. Like, I would prefer music or visuals. As I said, I would prefer not to spend any coins at this point in time. But if I have to, I might. But I prefer music or visuals at this time. Or she could save TikTok. I would also accept that. I would also accept her saving TikTok. That would be perfect. Perfect. Then she could have more time to do whatever she was trying to do. That could buy her all the time she needs. So there we go. The way I would literally crash out. Because let us not forget, this is the same woman that had us wake up at the butt crack of dawn when I was in high school for her to get on Good Morning America and tell us that she was a damn vegan. Okay? I am a Beyonce fan, but I still think critically about her, okay? And I will not forgive her for that or them baby bangs. So she doesn't have a clean slate over here. I know what type of antics and what type of time she be on sometimes, okay? I'm not out here blind, okay? I know what she be doing. All right. Do her eyebrow. Boom, 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 boom. I know. The issue is TikTok ain't gonna sell it. I would love for her or literally anyone who would allow it to stay in the damn app store. Somebody was breaking it down that they update TikTok about twice a week. Because I was like, oh, we just won't be able to update the app or something, you know, like I'll still be able to squeeze a few days out of it. Even though I'm pretty sure like they've been talking about like shutting down the servers. Like it seems like it's going to be literally lights out. Anyway, I'm like, oh, y'all be updating it twice a week, bro? That thing going to be out of order quickly. Quick. Quick. All right, I think I want to do black hair because I think I want to do like a rainbow background, I'm thinking. So, I don't want to compete. I know. And like for TikTok that's left behind, I wonder if it's going to be a different experience for the people who are still on it, or where their algorithms never really like American focused anyway, you know? I've never experienced the app from a different angle, so I don't know, like, is anyone even gonna notice we're gone? Will anyone even know we're not here? I think they will. All right, I'm gonna do it black, but I wanted to have, you know, undertones, so I'm not gonna come in straight with black. You think they're gonna be bored? Do you think they even like see our stuff? I mean, when I look at my analytics, I think I'm like 84% US based viewers. That's a lot. That's a lot. So there's very few people who are gonna be looking for me when I leave here. When I get up out of here. All I need is for the US coconuts, when I come in on January 18th and I say, all right, my crew roll out. I need y'all to be ready to go. Like, let's not play games. Let's not forget, oh, what's that lady that be coloring on the internet? No. You need to know who I am, and you need to get in position. Don't play. My crew, you're going to meet me over on Instagram. I also have long form videos on YouTube. So go ahead and get information now. Don't play. And like also, will our profiles just stay up? Like, will my link in bio still be linking in bio? Will my TikTok shop? Like how does this work? Do I need to do anything? Do I need to prepare? Like, I don't get it. Will I still have access to ship orders that are still in the queue? Like, what if someone buys stuff on the 18th? They just gonna cancel my order and take my money? Like, what's going on? I'm scared. Thank goodness for the club for real. If they shut down the server, all of our stuff will be gone. What? But I was here. I was here. See? And that's how history gets rewritten. There were millionaires made off of this app. And it's just gonna all go away? I don't understand. I don't get the Lemonade piece because Lemonade is owned by ByteDance. So how come Lemonade is not getting shut down? Or is it? The Lemonade part confuses me. Sorry, my stomach is growling. And to add insult to injury, they're taking CapCut by Shayla. That really is negatively impacting me. That, yes, I do draw these. That, I don't know, that's, TikTok Live is what I'm gonna miss the most about TikTok. The short form videos, I do that like because I'm supposed to. Okay, I'm really here for the lives. But CapCut, oh God, I can't take this. I cannot. That's my baby for real. Like, I really go with CapCut so hard. CapCut is where I started doing my first voiceovers, bro. CapCut is where I found my little classical music background. I can't do this. I gotta put all that on a hard drive. Because those are all owned, it's all owned by TikTok or by the company that owns TikTok. So everyone must go. And again, this is the problem with monopolies, because it's not like, oh, TikTok could just bow out. No, they taking the whole ish with them. Everybody gotta go. Everybody gotta go. And if you've ever edited anything in that other app with the CEO with the Jerry curl, looking like Justin Timberlake with the frosted tips, that app, you'll know that it's trash. It's doo-doo caca. And you can't edit nothing in there. He looked a damn mess when he got on there talking about we're returning to our roots. Do me a favor, stick your head in this toilet while I flush, because you look like you deserve a swirly right now. Right now. Goddamn lame. I'm pissed. And it's like, I'm in a pickle, because if it were up to me, I would just delete all of it in protest. But I do work here on the internet, so that is causing some financial dilemmas, you know. And I think a lot of creators are feeling that way, where it's like, I would like to protest by not being present here, but that would be the equivalent of you walking in and quitting your job abruptly. So, gotta think about a plan B. So, it makes me mad. It makes me furious. Yeah, I heard Trump was talking about he gonna save it, but one thing I know about his ass is he love to lie straight to your face. So anything he says, I typically just negate it. I'm like, oh, okay. Thanks, big fella. As he slithers away with a trail of Cheeto crumbs. The Supreme Court is like, no. Trump don't have the power to do none of the stuff he be saying he gonna do. That's the part that always confused me. That's the part that always had me scratching my head like, you're saying a lot of things that you have no control over. I'm confused. And people are like, yeah. Like, wait, what? You literally can't do that. Massive overestimates of his own power. Typical. Not surprising. This is just a black color pencil. I'm just blending now. The blend is super important. So she doesn't look like she has Mark Zuckerberg's hairdresser. Very important. No, the president, the 39 and a half time convicted felon who is running the United States of America has no understanding of the government. Well, there you have it. This is black. This is Black by Karen Dash. We gonna be alright. As always, that is one thing I take comfort in is one thing I know that we are is resilient. So I hope everyone has the day they deserve. Okay? That's all I'm gonna pray for. Whatever that means, I won't be the one to decide. That's it. But I will say I will not allow this to stress me out. Too many things. I've been overstimulated since the ball dropped. 2025 is giving me too much 2020 flashbacks. And I don't like that. I don't like that one bit. The same pumpkin spice latte getting sworn into the office. They saying they sick out there in China again. I can't do this with y'all. I can't do this. Everyone just stay calm, be still, and shut the hell up. That's where I'm at. Stop it. Cue the Michael Jordan. Stop it. That's what I need. This is a white colored pencil that I'm using. This is a white. Just want to make sure we all know what I'm talking about. So I was like, let me make sure we're all on the same page. I am referring to the color pencil I'm using right now. This is a black and this is a white. Y'all ever seen that video of that TikTok of the little boy with the goats? And he's like, look at the white one. She's like, yeah, look at the black one. Right as like a little black boy is walking over. He said, oh, the black one. And the way he looked over his glasses like, oh, is you cool? The black one. I was like, sir, where did you come from? Like, you literally, where did you come from? You were not there literally a nanosecond ago, you were not sitting there. She was shy. And he just kept it pushing. You know, he didn't linger. You know, he went out on about his business. The black one. Like, what the? And the way he looked over those glasses, like, it was so good. It's just in the DNA. The comedic timing, the facial expressions. Like, you can't make that. You're born like that. That was perfection. Right place at the wrong time. Hello? Yeah, I know she was panicked. She didn't know what the hell to say. That's the type of stuff that make you nervous. Like, hey, somebody help me out. What do I say? What do I say? You know? She did the right thing. Say nothing. Move on. Don't make it weird. He said it. Now let's carry on. It cannot. I know, that's what I was saying. I already went through this with mine, and it hurt. Sorry, I was getting the last of my water. My water, my Shayla. She got a good suppress with the blue magic. Hello. Hot comb burns all on the nape of her neck. Okay. I know. Well, when I was still watching Vine, my stepdaughter was on Musical.ly, which turned into TikTok. And I remember watching Musical.ly, and I was just like, you lost me. So y'all are just like moving robotically in slow-mo to the beat. Okay. Not my vibe, but okay. And then the pandemic came, and then my world changed, my Jayla, you know. Hopefully, you know, each time it gets better. I like TikTok more than I liked Vine, and I loved Vine. So, whatever's next for us, make it a good one. Please. We're literally begging. Make it good. All of my books are sold out. You know, I don't be knowing. I just work here, fam. I don't be knowing. I asked Mr. Coco, oh, do you want to go live with me one day this week for our farewell show? No. He didn't even give me the courtesy of that deep breath I took first. I said, do you want to go live with me? Because no. Noted. Well, I will see you when I get to bed. Thank you. It's cool. It's fine. It's all good. I'm thinking red lip. Let's see. he always want to agree to something and not follow through. He ain't about that life. He's a fraud. He's a phony. And you can tell him I said it. And I'll deny it. But the point is, I said what I said. He ain't gonna come on here because he don't want the smoke. He don't want it. He don't want nothing to do with this, okay? Our top 10 greatest live moments. Oh. I gotta think. There's so many. There's too much green. There's is that chicken. There's we have several drama incidents. I don't know. It started on the live, but then it kind of trickled onto the feed, you know. The classic, if I'm a thief, you're a thief. Ugh. Iconic. Is that chicken? I have to watch that back. I literally had to back away from my desk so that I didn't get tears on the page. I was hysterical. Unwell. No. That. What the? Hello? It didn't make any sense. The chicken one is on my Instagram. That's when I was in TikTok jail and they sent me on world tour. And I had to go live on other apps for a week while I was in jail. Because I got banned. And someone requested to join my live on TikTok. On Instagram. And I was like, you know what? Why not? I let this person join the live. And it was a young man, not sure how old, no shirt, just tearing up some chicken while watching like Cartoon Network in the back, okay? And I'm looking at him. He looking at the screen, and then you see the moment of realization that he's on camera. I don't know how to hang up when I let somebody join the live. So I'm panicked. He's not saying anything, so I say, hello? And he hangs up, okay? Actually, when he first got on, I said, what? And what's so crazy in the moment, I thought he said what, but I said what? I was so confused. I just couldn't believe what was happening. Then the chat is saying that they thought it was a woman with their wig off. It just got so out of control so quickly. It all just happened too quick. And then he tried to join back in, and I knew he was going to come back and try to cuss all of us out. Because if he stayed for literally 1 second after he hung up, the chat was erupting. Like, it was no goodie. It was no goodie. Not a good situation. I said, oh, absolutely not. I would never answer this call again. Ever. And I never did. I never will. Maybe it gave us our number one moment. It gave us our number one moment. I wonder if he regrets that. I wonder if he thinks about it as often as I do. I wonder if he knows that he lives in my mind, rent-free, penthouse. Because that was one for the books. That was one for the books. Yeah, IG's not hopeless because it did give us that. You're right. It did give us that. And that can give us some hope, right? That can give us some hope. That was real laughter. But everyone's gonna have to show up. Never seen a scarf. She said, I've never seen someone wear a scarf on their head, but okay. The most offensive part of that sentence is the but okay. That did a lot of heavy lifting in that, because ain't no way you are giving me attitude while simultaneously saying you've never seen someone with a scarf on their head. It's not, you have to pick a struggle. In 2025, I am declaring it law. You must pick a struggle. You cannot be saying the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life while also having an attitude. You must pick. You must pick. Okay? We can't do this anymore. We're all overstimulated. One struggle at a time. Please and thank you. All additional struggles must be checked at the door. Thank you. We have fuzzy balloons. We have denim hair requests. We have sunsets. We have leather. So many moments. We have me coloring in my basement, sounding like a spaceship was about to take off. We have me coloring in my closet before I actually colored in my coloring room. Okay? So many things. So many things. And they want to take this from me? But we all just had to show up wherever we decide. I need to host viewer punishments. Y'all been on punishment for a long time. We need to, as a coloring community, okay, we need to all get on the same page. We need to get information. Everyone needs to be on the same page. The whole community. The content creators, the coloring book artists, the people who color, the people who consume, the people who just chill and watch, the silent watchers. Everyone needs to just be like, all right, IG is where we're at. Like that. Because the thing is, we, the people, okay, let me get on my soapbox. We, the people, are the ones that dictate what the vibes are, okay? So if we go over to Instagram and say, these are the vibes now. These are the vibes. You either get with it or get lost, shorty. Then they have no choice but to get with it or get lost, okay? We just need to go over there and bully them and say, this TikTok now. You see what you did? You see what you did? Now we taking over your spot. Yeah, it's about to get real different up in here. Y'all about to get your memes in real time. None of this 3-week delay. It's coming at you fast right now. Keep up. That's the type of time we need to be on, okay? That's the type of time. So everyone get your pitchforks and your torches ready. We're going to storm the Instagram, okay? Not right now. We still got a week left over here. But when it's time, we're going to go over there. Maybe we can do a duo live where I'll be live on TikTok and Instagram at the same time on January 18th. And as one goes dark, the other one lights up. My Jayla. Yeah, that's what we finna do. I just knew it had to be 11 o'clock. I just knew it because I can never do more than skin and hair in that amount of time. Got the choir, yes. I think tomorrow when we do it, I'm going to come on tomorrow. I feel like I got to come on as much as possible while we have each other. I think I'm going to do a sheer sleeve, okay? To represent transparency, okay? Yeah. Do you only color skin? Because every time I come on live, you're only coloring skin. Literally leave me alone. That's what I really just need to start saying. Go away. Do me a favor. Get out. That's what I need to do. Get out. Go home, Roger. So if you're not following me on Instagram or YouTube, do that right now. Right now. Before you lose me. Okay? Don't let that be on your conscience in 2025. With everything going on, don't let you fumble coloring with Coco and what we have here together. Don't let that be the thing that takes you over the edge, okay? So I'll see you back here tomorrow, hopefully at 9, between 9 and 9:15. Okay? So I'll see you then. I love you guys. Good night.